As a caregiver, there's always so much to remember, and specialist appointments or meetings with doctors always happen so quickly. I find it really useful to have a good template for meeting notes, and that includes before the meeting doing a bit of prep if I can, or noting questions, and after the meeting, kind of going through them and making sure that everything was captured. This is a template that I like to use. I do it in a Good Notes application for a couple reasons that I'll get into later. It's also something you can mock up in a notebook or print off in a binder and use that way if you're a pen and paper kind of person. I like to capture who the practitioner, so specialist, doctor, therapist, who that meeting was with, as well as whether there was a meeting focus. Are we talking about test results? Is there a new treatment we need to implement? Are there exercises we need to do? And before I go into that meeting, whenever possible, I like to capture some questions going into the meeting. And sometimes I'm working on this section, months ahead of when we see the specialist because a question comes up while I'm talking to another doctor, or while my person and I are going through a treatment regimen and we have some questions about it that we don't get to ask until later. This is a really good place to capture that before you go into the meeting. There's definitely a section for notes. You try and keep that as concise and clear as possible so it's not a massive section. And then next steps or follow up, and capturing upcoming dates is really important as well. If we need to make an appointment or we need to call back or actually schedule this, I'll note that there as well. And finally, I have a section of questions or notes for next time. Almost every time we come out of an appointment, you walk out and you realize there were questions you forgot to ask, or additional questions come up for another specialist that you need to keep track of. And this is a really good place to capture it. And the reason I like to do this in the Good Notes app, you can use whatever app that you want, but it's one that I like, is I can put all of my scribbles and really quickly note everything down on the iPad with the pen during the meeting, and then afterwards I can actually go through those notes with voice to text and clean it all up. I can add any details that I forgot, so that can all be captured really clearly, and my scribbles can be converted pretty easily. The other feature that I really like about Good Notes is we can actually, using the little microphone icon here, is I can actually if I need to, capture audio from the meeting with permission from all those involved, or I can take a voice note if I don't have time to scribble things down and come back to it later. Sometimes I'll do the pronunciation of particular medications or a treatment I need to look up. This template is something that, again, you can just mock up in a notebook or just get in a habit of putting these sort of headings on a piece of paper. You can also download and print off your own version of this from my medical caregiver bundle, along with 43 other useful tools and templates for caregivers and individuals who have highly medicalized lives, just to keep track of everything as you go through your day to day. And that's available at layercakedigdes.etsy.com. Check it out. Let me know if you have any questions or any suggestions of things that should be included or what works for you.